Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup routine. I'm super excited because I've never done like a video like this before. You know, it's usually like vlogs and things like that. So I'm going to do a makeup video today. I did already film this video once and the footage was absolute trash. My camera was like messed up. So I'm refilming it. Yeah, that's a fact. And yeah, I just wanted to do this video because I feel like makeup is fun and I like to have fun. And also I like to watch makeup videos. So like, obviously I want to post videos that I like to watch because maybe other people will like them too. But yeah, as for that, I'm just really excited and I'm ready to do my makeup. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and follow all my social medias so that you are updated every time I post. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, before I start, I'm gonna do a little skincare and I'm gonna have a little chat. So face is washed, things like that. But then before I start, I like to go in with another moisturizer. This is the CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion with Broad Spectrum SPF 30. And I just use a little bit of this because it's important to have good skincare before you start your makeup. Let's talk a little bit about my journey with makeup. So I started makeup, I'd say earlier than most, because being a competition dancer for so long, makeup is like something that's required in order to like have everyone look uniformed and things like that, obviously. Hold on, I'm gonna go in with this milk primer. This is the matte milk primer. I like the Hydro Grip better, but it's just the fact that I have oily skin, so I don't want to look dewy, and so it doesn't really work. But I like the texture and the fact that it's like tacky and things like that. So if they came out with like a matte Hydro Grip, I don't even know how that would work, but if they did, that would be amazing. But for now, I use this one, and I also did run out of my Hydro Grip. But I also just don't really like it sometimes. So, I'm using this. But back to what I was saying, being a competition dancer, makeup is like not really optional. So you have to use it like when you're younger for like recitals and things like that. And then when you start competition, it's like not even a question. Like you have to use it. So, yeah, like you start off with like the light foundation, things like that, lashes, and like all the eyeshadow or whatever. But then like the thing in competition is, or at least the teams I've been on, after a while you're kind of like on your own, like after you get to a certain age. And for me, that was around like the ages of like 9 and 10 is when like my mom would stop coming in the room, or they like sometimes wouldn't allow it, or she would just come in from time to time, like she wouldn't just stay in the room with me. So you would have to learn how to like do your makeup by yourself. And so after a while I started doing it by myself, and then I just really got into it, and I would start watching YouTube videos on it, and I would watch people like Nikki Tutorials, Jackie Aina, who else was popular? Christian Dominique. There were a lot of popular people that I can't remember, but I used to watch them because I remember there was like a time where YouTube was like makeup content only, but now it's different. But yeah, so I would watch a lot of people, and I just learned a lot of tips and tricks that I feel like helped me with my makeup. I'd say the person I watched the most is probably Jackie Aina, just because, you know, like we have similar skin tones and like her tricks would work for me and things like that, and we have a similar skin type, so that was just the person I'd say I've been influenced by her the most, probably, when it comes to makeup. Yeah, so after I do my primer, I go in. This is like what I do on the day-to-day. I'm not going to say I wear makeup every day. Like, this is what I do for school. So I'm not going to say I wear makeup every day to school, but I wear it most days, if I'm being honest, just because, you know, I like to get ready in the morning. Like, it's fun. Well, like, I just wear this, like, if we're going out or things like that. And yeah, so the makeup look I try to achieve is like the UK girl look, just with less product. Like, they use a lot of makeup, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, they literally slay every time. Like, I wish I could make my makeup look like that. But I just feel like for every day that's a lot, so I just try to minimalize it a little bit. Okay, sorry, my camera died. But anyway, like I was saying, when I do like my day-to-day, I don't really wear foundation. I do the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filt'r. Let's see if we can get it to focus. I do this, and I do it in the shade 8. I'm pretty sure this is the darkest shade, which is pretty sad. Like, do better. But I really like this, and I know some people don't like it, so if you don't, like, that's you. But I love this. Like, I like the way it makes my skin look and everything. But the sad part about it is she has so many good other products, and like due to her shade range, this is literally the only thing I can use. But it does match my skin really well. So I just go on with I go with this, and I like the applicator because like I feel like this is really different for like a foundation type product. Like usually they're just like pumps or like little paddles like Nars. But like I was saying, I just use this as I would foundation. So after I do that, I go ahead and I use my Real Techniques brush. This is the 200 brush, and it's called the Expert Face Brush. I don't know, I bought this in a pack. Most of my brushes are from Real Techniques or this random company that like 3 years ago sent me some brushes. I have no idea like why I was sent the brushes. I never got like a warning. Like the package literally just showed up at my door, and it was for my address and my name and everything. I never ordered them or anything, and so I didn't know if I was supposed to like make a video on them or something, so I just never did anything with them, and so I just used them. And I've been using them for quite some time, and like they're good brushes, like they wash well and everything. But yeah, so I couldn't tell you like what the brand is or anything because they have no name on them. And so yeah, so once I go all over my face with that, I'm ready for the concealer. For my concealer recently, I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape. Now, I know some people are like die hard about this concealer, but it just really doesn't do it for me, and I'm sorry, but I just can't hop on the bandwagon. I'm using it right now because I like the shade match, and I can't really find a shade that will do the same thing it does in the concealer I usually use. So I usually use this. This is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. And so what I do is I use both of these, and I kind of use one as a base concealer. Oh, I use them in the shades Walnut, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Walnut for the Nars, and Tan Deep Sand for the Shape Tape. And then, so I use this one. I'll show you how I use it. I use this as a base shade because this is like a regular concealer shade, obviously, for my skin tone. And then I go in with the Shape Tape in the really light shade, and I kind of hit the inner like parts of those areas where I want it to be just a little bit brighter. And I kind of only do that on my eyes, and then I do the tip of my nose and a couple of dots right here, and that's it. So then, once I do that, I go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh my gosh, I got the name right before I even pulled it out. Okay, so I go in with this. Obviously, like, this has been like the OG setting spray for a very long time. I love this setting spray. I love the continuous part. I think that's the best part about it. But, and obviously how it makes the makeup stay. But as for setting sprays, I say this one is a really good one. Urban Decay All Nighter, Charlotte Tilbury, and One Size. Oh my gosh, One Size is so good. I actually used it for a while because I got like a, not like a sample, but a mini, and I loved it. And I, for some reason, have yet to get it in the big size. And I think it's because last time I went like makeup shopping, it was at Ulta, and I'm pretty sure they don't sell One Size at Ulta, so I just got this instead. But yeah, this is what I'm using for now, and then I just go over my face with it. Don't blend anything yet, And then I wait for it to dry, but I use my fan to dry it. Because this will give you, number one, longer lasting makeup. And number two, oh gosh, now he's smiling. And number two, more coverage when you let the concealer kind of dry down. Okay, so once everything is dry, I go in with this Real Techniques brush. This is the Deluxe Crease Brush. I'm pretty sure this is for eyeshadow, but I use it for, you'll see. This is the 300, and then I go in with the Beauty Blender. I don't dampen my Beauty Blenders just because I find that, like, oh, I thought my camera was dying again. I just, like, for me, I feel like it takes off the makeup when I'm putting it on. And I could be a little cuckoo, but I feel like that's what it does. And I don't appreciate that, so I just haven't been doing it for quite some time, actually, because I don't like it. So I use the brush kind of like under the eyes, like where I want more coverage. So I use it like directly under the eyes, sides of my nose, but I don't keep blending, like I just do those spots. A little bit in the center of my chin. And then that's all I use the brush for. And then I go in with the Beauty Blender and I kind of like buff out the outer sides so that I have more coverage and I'm not just blending it all in. Okay, once I finish blending my concealer, I go in with my favorite part. I have been using this product for so long. It's really, I feel like, what just sent my makeup game to the top. Like, I have no words. Like, it's breathtaking every time, and I can't find it. Oh, the Fenty Beauty Stalk'r Instant White Bronzer. This is so good, and I use it as a bronzer and a contour because I've never really gotten to like contour. Like, I just contour my nose and that's about it. This is so good. As you can tell, I've hit pan, and I don't usually do that for products. I've had this for so long. I love it. We'll be rebuying every single time. It's just so good. Like, Rihanna really did her thing. But the question is, when did she not do her thing? Like, she just slays at everything in life. I mean, the man, the baby, the Super Bowl performance. Anyway, I go in with this brush. Where is that? I go in with this brush. This is a brush. From where? I couldn't tell you. There's nothing on it. I have no idea where I got this brush from. Yeah. And I just kind of hit the sides of my face. Like, okay, so I'll map it out for you. I do the perimeter down to my jawline and kind of like on the cheekbones, I would say. And I just apply that, and it just brings back all the color, I feel like, after we've kind of washed our face out with that extremely bright concealer. But in good reason, because it looks bomb at the end. In my opinion. This is my opinion. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. Maybe don't comment it, because I might cry. I'm joking. Not about commenting about crying. Don't be a hater. Anyway, so once I finish like the sides of my face, and I feel that that's kind of like up to par, I go in with my little teeny brush. Whoa, I have 3 makeup bags, so if you see me like searching around, don't talk about it. I have a lot of makeup and a lot of brushes that I've accumulated over the years, so I just have to make sure everything is in order or I'll go crazy. Is this the brush? Yes. I go in with this brush. Can you see it? It's kind of like a flat brush. Hey, Guru. There we go. Oh my god, they were actually doing something when they did that. I thought they were just doing that for fun. Okay. I go in with this Sephora brush, and it's a shadow brush, but I don't use it for shadow, obviously. I go in with this, and then I kind of contour my nose. So, actually, I don't really contour it. I just kind of bring the shape back, because I feel like once I put all these flat colors on it, It just makes my nose look flat. And so I kind of do like the button nose contour or whatever. Okay. So, after you do your nose contour, it's time to do a little bit of baking. I love to bake, but first, before I commence the baking, I just set everything. So I go in with another Fenty product. I love Fenty Beauty. This is the setting powder, the Pro Filt'r setting powder in the shade Hazelnut. This is so good, like it's so good. And I have oily skin too, so, oh my god, that's so much, Bea. This is crazy that I'm filming this right now because I just like deep cleaned my bathroom and I have white countertops. It's low-key hurting my heart, but that's okay. I go in with this and I kind of just press it into the areas. So I press it into these areas. So I go under my eye, the side of my nose where the concealer meets the contour. So that's that. And then I go in with this other powder. This is a really light powder. This is the Beauty Creations Banana Setting Powder. And there's no shade for this or anything. I'm pretty sure this is from like the drugstore, so I don't know. Really like it's a good powder though. That's all I have to say. And this is what I bake with because, yeah. Okay, so I go in with this, and I get a good amount. Like, I don't blow it off or anything, right? So after I do that, I let this do its thing. And then I move on to, like, the upper half. So first thing I do is I do my eyebrows. I don't really do much for my eyebrows because I already have extremely thick eyebrows. And I just don't want to like mess them up or make them look weird or anything. Cause like I used to do too much and it literally looked like I had caterpillars on my eyes. So I don't have to talk about that phase of my life. I go in with the e.l.f. Clear Brow Lash Mascara, and I use the brow side, obviously. And I just kind of brush them up straight, and then I brush the top, and then I do the same. Okay, and then, whoa, that one looks really large. And then I go in with this Benefit Goofproof Brow Pencil in the shade, who knows, there is no shade. Since when did we stop putting the shades on? Oh, it says 6, maybe that's a shade, I don't know. And I go in with it, and I really like this because it's like slanted, and it's like perfect for the eyebrows to create hairs. And then I just kind of, I have some gaps in my eyebrows, and I think it's because as a young child, I manipulated my eyebrows a lot. I actually shaved the whole end off of one the day before I had an audition too. That was a stressful night. So I have a couple of gaps, but other than that, I don't really need to do much to them. Like, that's all I did. And then I have like some dips, so I just fill those in a little bit. But that's it for my eyebrows. And then I go ahead and I do my lashes. Ugh. Lash extensions have me spoiled to the point where I hate putting on lashes now. But it's okay. So I don't have lash extensions on right now, obviously. Because my lash tech has been out of the country. And so I've been having to put on lashes or use mascara. But it's okay. She's back. And I'm about to make my appointment today. So we don't even have to worry about that. But I do my lashes. So I go in with, oh, things are getting crazy. I go in with the Duo Lash Glue. It's the pink one. I don't know like what the colors mean, but yeah. I just use this for like comp or whatever, but I go in with these lashes. These are the Petite Wispies from Faux Mink Pro Beauty Essential Petite Wispies. Wait, And then I just kind of put them on, but I put them on a special way. I put them under my lash line, and they literally last forever. Like before I started getting lash extensions, I used to like cut them and put them on, and they would last for like a week. And I would just redo it every week. That was really like, I was really in my DIY era. But anyway, I put the lash glue on top of the lashes, sit there, let it dry. And then I go in with my lash curler. This is not like there's no name. It's literally just a lash curler. Don't know where I got this from, what brand it is. And I curl my lashes because we want them to go up for this. Because that's how we make them blend. Well, yeah, I ate that time. Ate down. Anyway, now that that's done, we can wipe off this bake. I wipe off my bake with this brush from Sephora. It's called, it has no name. There's nothing on it. Oh, I see a little something. It looks like there might be maybe it says blush brush. I don't know, it's all wiped off. And then I just do small little strokes because I don't want it to like smear. Smear. That's a funny word. Okay, now that I'm done, I might look a little pasty, and that's okay because we're gonna fix it. But first, we have to fix these eyelashes. So usually when I do this, they don't stick in the middle, so I go back over it with this and I clamp them down so they stick all the way. And that really seals the deal. Next thing that scared me. Next thing we do is we go in with the blush. I use two blushes. This is the Rare Beauty blush in the shade Faith. I love a good purple blush. If this blush is so good, I have nothing more to say. Like, it's so good. I use a couple dots because, whoa. I use a couple dots because it's pretty pigmented. We don't want to look like a clown. We just want to look like a sun-kissed beauty. And I use this brush. It's from Amazon. It says AMMIY. It's just kind of like a flat powder brush, but I use this one. So now that I'm done with that, I go in with setting spray. Okay, so then once I get those harsh lines away, I go back in with my blush brush, and I go in with this blush from MAC. It's in the shade Brinkley Scarlet Matte Powder Blush. And the only thing I don't like about this blush is, like, if you use any brush of any sort and you've had oil on your face, you know how, like, when you get a powder and you have oil on your face and then you put it in the thing and then it dries out? Yeah, it does that all the time. It's so freaking annoying. And I have to scrape it every time I use it now. But anyway, I do a little bit of this because this is pink and it's just sometimes a lot. And so I do a little bit. I get a little bit on the forehead. And then that's it. I do it really really frantically because if I do it that way, I won't put too much. And then I go back over with the brush I used to wipe away my bake just to like make sure it's not too much. And then I go in with this Killawatt highlighter by Fenty again in the shade Sandcastle. And I use a flat brush. We in New York has money. Yeah. Yeah. And I go in with this flat brush. It once again has no name. I'm so sorry. It's just a flat brush. And I go in with the shade Sandcastle and I do my highlights. So I don't highlight my cheeks. I only do the inner corners. Bow. and my nose. But before I do my nose, I like to make sure that we have an even amount of highlighting going on here. Because sometimes one is brighter than the other, and I hate that. Because I feel like it makes my face look uneven. And then I do my nose. I just do a little line and a little line. And then I blend it out a little bit. Because we don't want to do too much. Okay, then I go back in with my brown lip liner. And I go under. And I have a double lip line. So I line inside of my lips. Because if I line outside, it'll look like I ate a fudgesicle. And then I go in with any lip gloss, preferably a pink one. I like to do a pink one because the bottom lip is pink. Okay guys, so that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. Guys, tell me if you want me to do more videos like this because I liked it. I had fun. And yeah, that's my makeup. I mean, if you do something else, do you. But I just wanted to show like what I do and like things I've learned. So yeah, I really like how my makeup turns out 99% of the time. There's some days where I'm just like, oh my god, I hate this, and I take it off, you know? But, you know, makeup is about experimenting or whatever, and like, my makeup has definitely changed for the better a lot during the years, because it used to just be like, girl, what are you doing? But anyway, yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you comment and tell me that you enjoyed it, because I would love to hear that. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and follow all my socials so you're updated on anything I'm doing in my life. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!